Hey friends, I believe that they are already crossing all the limits with Kate Middleton. I think the latest attempt to sell the exclusive of the year would be to access something that would be illicit. Here in Spain, we know perfectly well because programs have been shut down precisely because of that type of story, for having stolen police or medical data from celebrities. And in this case, they have attempted to gain access to Kate Middleton's clinic. They have tried to steal that information. Obviously, information is power, as you know, and you can do business with it. And of course, they have tried to steal that information. Let's see exactly how everything has happened, my people. So, let's get started. It's actually quite shocking when I found out about this. Let's see exactly what happened because stealing, I insist, the medical history to make it public in any media is illegal. Regardless of where your source comes from, it's illegal because ultimately, a judge will ask you for your source. Hey, where did you get it from? It's illegal. You can't obtain information from wherever you want, regardless of whether it was provided by a police officer or you found it on the street. It just can't be. That violates human rights. Well, they accuse the hospital staff of treating Kate Middleton of trying to access her private medical records without permission. The hospital where Kate Middleton was treated is at the center of a major security scandal since Tuesday night after several reports have revealed that the hospital staff tried to access her private medical records without permission. This is reported by media outlets such as Daily Mail. The heads of the London clinic, where the Princess of Wales underwent planned abdominal surgery in January. An internal investigation has been launched after it was claimed that at least one staff member has attempted to access the medical notes of the Duchess of Cambridge. You really have to be clumsy. It is well known, at least in Spain, that this happens. In the United Kingdom, which I understand is also a fairly civilized country, the same will happen. I mean, any civil servant working in administration, whether in a private or public company, sets off all alarms when you type Kate Middleton and try to access her private information. Whether it's police records, medical records, or even dental records. They won't let you, alarms will go off. So, let's see what happened. I imagine they haven't detected which person it was because normally you have to enter your profile to make a query about people. I understand it must have been this person. Well, we'll find out who it is. Speculations continue in the UK about Kate Middleton's health. Yesterday, the Sun newspaper published the first images of the Princess of Wales after her abdominal surgery, but there were doubts about whether it was really her. Shortly after, Kensington Palace even confirmed it, not directly, but the question we are all asking now is about the secrecy that the royal household currently has. Well, the secrecy has been there since December 25th, when we haven't seen her again. It's incredible secrecy. In fact, the communication team at Kensington Palace has also been very tight-lipped in recent hours when British journalists have been asking about this. Everyone is asking about the latest news, everyone is asking the journalists if the one we saw is Middleton. They say yes, but as you can understand, and it's something that is happening in the UK, they no longer believe in the press office of the British royal household. When they tell you a lie, you say, well, okay, they tell you two, they tell you three, and there comes a point where you say, well, how can I believe this bunch of liars? The latest revelation, an exclusive published today by the Daily Mirror, which all media outlets in this country are reproducing at this hour. Is that an attempt to access Kate Middleton's medical report at the London clinic is supposedly being investigated. That hospital where she was admitted in January for abdominal surgery is a hospital that normally preserves privacy a lot. It should be like that in any hospital, whether public or private, but especially in a private hospital. Imagine, in a private hospital where you have the possibility to pay, I imagine many of those watching probably have been to a private hospital at some point and might feel like, how does my neighbor know that I had this or that? It's like, oh, because her husband works at the hospital. But that's not something that should be known. It shouldn't be known, it should remain private. Think about the prestige that hospital would have if people knew that it's going around saying, so-and-so had surgery for this or that. No, you can't say that, you can't say that. And obviously, this goes against the London clinic, which I highly doubt is going around giving away this information. Obviously, it was a member of the medical team who tried to access Kate Middleton's private information. I can't imagine it was for two reasons. 1. Out of curiosity of that person, perhaps the doctor or medical professional had that curiosity and wanted to snoop around for their own benefit, simply for personal curiosity, not to sell it. Or the other route or theory would be to sell it for a juicy amount of money. Obviously, their patients, like Queen Elizabeth, her husband, King Charles III, and other famous people like Liz Taylor. There is little data at this time, but we do know that they are investigating at least one staff member who was caught trying to access that report. So, it seems that they didn't actually access it, they were caught while trying to access that information. According to the article, a source from the hospital said regarding the alleged breach, "It is a major security violation and incredibly damaging to the hospital given its impeccable reputation for treating members of the royal family." Look at that. The London clinic has become very famous with this issue because it's in the mouth of all the media, and now suddenly, this would be like a blow, a hit for this clinic. According to the same source, the senior hospital officials immediately contacted Kensington Palace after being informed of the incident and assured the palace that a thorough investigation would be conducted. All medical staff were completely shocked and distressed by the accusations. They are very hurt that a trusted colleague could have allegedly been responsible for such a breach of trust and ethics. Obviously, even if you want to satisfy your private and personal curiosity, it should not be done. Obviously not. Well, a source consulted highlighted that Kate Middleton would be aware of the alleged incident according to the English newspaper, while a spokesperson for Kensington Palace stated, "This is a matter for the London clinic. The Metropolitan Police in London remains cautious about the alleged incident." Experts point out that it is considered a criminal offence for hospital staff in the UK or from the private healthcare environment to access a patient's medical records without the consent of the data controller from the medical provider. That is to say, this should perhaps be consulted if there is a justification. In other words, if the doctor who treated her needs to check something for justified reasons, then yes. But it seems to be a person who had nothing to do with this issue and did not have consent. This is the issue. While the London clinic has not responded to whether any workers have been suspended pending investigation, we imagine that, well, until the investigation is closed, no one will be penalized. I'm not sure, but I understand that's how it works. Everything is happening in the midst of a debate about the veracity of the latest video released this Monday. It seems that in the Windsor Farm shop, there were some Christmas decorations. Well, in the end, it has been said that yes, they are still there today. But it's true that there are still things that don't add up, like Kate Middleton's height in sneakers. When she's much shorter than William when they're both almost the same height wearing sneakers without heels. Well, a series of rather strange things. Well, we'll see little by little, we'll find out. No, I don't think it will be long before we find out the truth because theoretically, in about a week and a half or 2 weeks, she should return to public life. Or at least, she can already be seen. So, we'll see if this video is true or not, and with respect to this, it's regrettable. What a lack of ethics from the staff, from a specific person, from the medical staff at the London clinic. My people, see you in the next video, but leave your comments. Take care.